Tony and Corey here, your weekend warriors. Today we're going to talk about tape measures. We've got a few tape measures here that we have been using, and we're going to review them. We've got a Lufkin 25-foot high-vis, a Stanley Fat Max. We've got a Tajima G25 shock resistant. I think that's the rubber on there.
Yeah.
We also have a Kamalon 25-footer.
Yep.
And this one is a new one I've never seen before. It's called Swanson Savage Grip Line 25-foot.
Swanson is a very common manufacturer. We know that Swanson makes our speed squares that we love so much.
Absolutely.
Swanson does great work. So we're going to talk a little bit about their tape today.
Yeah. So we rated these things based on a few criteria. We wanted to know how well they stood out. So how far can the tape go out before it buckles and breaks like that. We also wanted to know how easy it was to grip onto a piece of wood and measure. And we also wanted to know how easy it was to lock. Just like that?
Yeah, just
and then
like
we also
that.
wanted to know how easy it was to read the tape. So the first tape we've got here is the Savage Grip Line 25-footer. The first thing I noticed about this tape is it's pretty heavy. It actually weighs quite a bit.
Yeah.
It has some interesting features though. It's got a magnet on the end versus the other ones don't. When you stick it on something metal, it just sticks.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's kind of a cool feature. It is easy to read. I like that it's got a matte finish. And believe it or not, Tony and I, we like our tapes to do certain things.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like how easy they are to use. So this is actually a really cool feature. But one of the things I always wonder is how well they sit on my belt. So I like to test them to see how well they clip onto my belt. And that one, not so easy. It's got a weird little push clamp there. I guess you gotta.
That seems like that would work pretty good.
Clip it on there.
All right. Well, after you've used it a few times, maybe.
Sits pretty snug. I don't think it's gonna fall off. What do you think about this one, Tony?
This is the Tajima G25 shock resistant. I'll tell you what, my first thought is, I've been looking at yellow tape for so long. This white stands right out for me. I really like the white.
You've been looking at yellow teeth too.
I think it's easy to read. The tape is narrow and kind of small.
What about the standout? How far does it stand out?
This stands out about 8 feet, which is about what you can expect from a 1-inch rule.
Yeah, the Savage Grip Line I think was about the same. Goes out about 8 feet. And breaks.
I'll tell you what though, this thing is begging to be on my hip.
Let me try it.
Very easy.
Yeah, see that clips on the belt easier than that one.
Yeah, it wants to go right on. I like that.
And I like the size of this one too. It's a little bit smaller.
It's compact, not as heavy.
I like that the rubber is easy to grip.
Yeah.
The other thing that I always check on with a tape is how easy it is to lock. And I like the little grip on that one. That one actually feels pretty good when you're running it out. Stop, open.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty decent tape. I like that one. The next one on our list here is the Stanley Fat Max. I'm a little biased. This is my favorite tape measure. I have probably 5 of these all around my house. But I really like the sturdiness of this tape. I like the weight. But the best part about it is the standout. This thing will go just about 10 feet. There's 10.
11.
Yeah, just about 10 and a half, 11 feet it'll go. So when you're trying to measure something that's really far away, you can grip on there and then not have to worry about it breaking.
It's got an extra wide tape, which I really like, and it's also got a reinforcing sort of material that's right here. It's clear, so you can see through it, but it reinforces this tip, keeps it from getting rusty on the tip. This is where tapes a lot of times will rust.
Yeah, and then what'll happen is they'll rust, and then you give it a good whack down like that, and then the tip will break off.
Yeah.
So
how easy is that to lock?
Oh, fantastic.
Easy to lock. How's it go on your belt? Just like that.
Just like that. Super easy.
I mean,
My favorite tape.
We're simple guys, and we just like simple things to work properly.
That's right. Next one we have is the Lufkin 1-inch by 25-foot high vis, it's called. And it certainly is high vis. It's kind of awkward looking. It's got a kind of a weird shape. One thing I noticed about this is it feels kind of light, kind of chintzy, in my opinion. The tape measure itself, the rule there is shiny, which I don't love. The standout on it here is 7, 8, about 9 feet.
9 feet?
Standout's not terrible.
Yeah.
Let's see how it grips on the old belt. Yeah, there. So
Third time's the charm.
yeah, not my favorite. Last one in the lineup here is made by Comelon, and it's called the Comelon Gripper. I think it's called the Gripper because it's wrapped in this really kind of tough rubber.
Yeah.
Feels like it could take a beating. The edge here is flat, so it sits nice and flat like that. It's got a really tough thing on there. The tape measure itself has got a matte finish, which I really like. And it's the first 12 inches. The numbers are really large, and then they kind of break down there. The one thing I do like about it, see, it has for 1 foot, it says 1 foot 1, 1 foot 2, 1 foot 3. So you can tell somebody if you're shouting out dimensions, you can say it's 1 foot 6, and then not have to say that's 18 inches. Right?
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of a cool feature. The standout on it here, about 7, 8 feet, I would say.
Yeah, yep.
The little button here that locks it is kind of awkward. It's kind of down there like that. I don't know. I don't love that either. Let's see how it goes on the belt. Not too bad.
Not
Pretty
too bad.
easy. So what do you think, Tony? What's your favorite tape? I mean, you know what mine is.
Well, you know, here's the thing. This is the only tape with the rule as wide as it is.
Yes.
It's kind of fluorescent, which I like. The extra feature here to keep the end from resting is nice. The standout, of course, is amazing. It's compact. Stanley FatMax makes an amazing tape. It's no secret. This is definitely, for me, #1. But I'll tell you what, coming in a very close second for a less expensive, more affordable tape that will last you for a long time, the Comelon absolutely is my second favorite tape in this group.
My second was this guy here. I really like this Tajima. It feels very similar to this. It's wrapped in the rubber. I like the white. It's very easy to read those numbers, and it's got that matte finish, so it's not shiny. So that would be my second favorite. And the lock mechanism is very similar to the FatMax. So there you have it. That's our tool review of tape measures.
Stanley FatMax, always Stanley FatMax.
#1.
Yep, absolutely. All right, this has been another episode of Your Weekend Warriors built by Parr Lumber.
We'll see you next time.